Ted, who does the question come from?
Is this person's name going to be mentioned?
This one comes from Bern from Virginia. The only Filipino in Virginia. He asked, what was the hardest song on Relentless Retribution to record and why?
Oh, Opponents at Sides. Opponents at Sides was the hardest one because throughout that whole song, it's a dual harmony. So me and Rob are doing a harmony throughout the entire thing. So it was just kind of a pain to get that, harmony just right for the whole entire song. So that'd probably be the hardest one. Other than that, they were all cake. I'm joking, but that was the hardest one. That was the hardest one. But still very fulfilling.
That would probably be Death of the Meek. There's a lot of pull-off riffs in there, and the chugging is really different. It's more like really more precise than probably a lot of riffs on the record, and it's really slow pace, and you got to be in the pocket for that. Plus, there was a lot of crazy harmony things that Jason Sukoff kind of presented to us when we were recording it. So we haven't played that one yet. We haven't played that one live yet, but we will. And for me, that would be the hardest one.
I'd say either River of Rapture, because of just the amount of double bass that's in it. And I wrote those beats on that song. I must have been really amped up the day we jammed on that too when we wrote that song, because there's all kinds of crazy beats on that song. That one was hard, and then the title track is pretty hard too, because just that double bass part and just doing all the tom work in time, playing to the click track. That was a pretty hard song to do too. I also had to do the ride cymbal right-handed. That was upon request of Jason Sukoff, just to get stereo sounding. So that was pretty hard to track too, because I'm left-handed. So those are probably the two hardest songs, but they're all pretty hard. But my favorite song to play, even though we haven't played it live, but we do jam on it at practice, is Where They Lay. I think that's the sickest song on the album. That and Closet So Deep are my two favorite songs to play.
Okay. Volcanic. Absolutely. It was the last song that we recorded. We saved it for last because it's all acoustic, and it was definitely more challenging simply because I had to record all of the acoustic stuff, and the solo was kind of pretty difficult. And then I'm doing a lot of vocals on that song as well. So Volcanic was the hardest song for me to play.
I guess maybe the hardest one was probably Volcanic, just because it was the one song I didn't have a bass line for. But I guess in the same way, that was the one that came the most naturally. So they were all challenging. They all had something unique, but I can't think one was any harder than the other. There you go.
They have it, whoever you are.
There you go, Vern. Enjoy.
Get the fuck out of here, I'm going to sleep.